For more advanced students, I'd like to cover some other ways that we can practice the first Wohlfahrt study. Again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry I didn't introduce it properly. I'm Odin Rathnam. This is Defining Virtuosity. I just posted a video for a young subscriber to help her work out some left-hand frames and improve her first study of the first Wohlfahrt study. But I wanted to share with you that I use these with my more advanced students and even to help injured adults, professionals that come when I have to go right back to fundamentals and get them really to focus on being fanatical about their comfort and how they execute. There are a ton of different strokes and variations of this that can be done. I'm thinking a lot about a recently departed colleague, the great cellist Lynn Harrell these days, and some videos that he produced with Orlando Cole years ago on the Opus 340 variations of Sevcik as they were exploring the possibilities for the bow arm, this magic wand that can do so much. And I teach the 40 variations to almost all of my students. It's part of the curriculum, and I believe they're extremely valuable. And I apply the bowings to simple 3-octave scales and to other etudes. So if we were to take, for example, the first study and combine it with the first variation bowing from Opus 3 of Sevcik, we would get a triplet and 3 ups. Now, I don't want to get boxed into just one way of bowing it. It's practiced, generally speaking, in this part of the bow. Where you have the arm generating the triplet, and then the 2 remaining up bows being generated by the collet. But what if we practiced it here, and even further out, and what if we practiced it reversed? Reset. Now we have the problem of preparing the down bows. So I have students do it that way, or the second variation. Or some of the combinations for 8-note figures where there are a series of up bows later on. And you can take it to any extreme you want. You can do 8 down, 8 up. You can do 4 down and 12 up. Good for developing staccato. You can go to any extreme that you want. Another good one is to start it with 2 up bows. I like that one a lot. And then there are all of the straight bouncing strokes. And I like to base my spiccato on understanding how to catch the string with a little collet so that we have freedom in the horizontal motion. And then dropping that from the air with the sense of drawing the letter U for a brush stroke. Okay? If we want more clicks, we leave it attached and let the bow bounce by itself. In this case, the back fingers are actually pulling up slightly, relaxing the arm weight down so that it's sticky. And I'm letting the wood of the bow bounce by itself. Different type of sound. But the brush stroke, this type of stroke, is very useful for classical literature. We don't want, in an orchestral setting, here I'm talking like a concertmaster, very often to have too much edge in your stroke. Very often we want to focus on more vowel. Yeah? So I like teaching my students all of these strokes. So they have to do out, in, out, in, out, in. And they have to do the brush. And you should be able to combine from that family of strokes into one another. Augustine Hadley gave a great masterclass on this, that you can combine from the brush stroke, the slowest brush stroke, to more of a staccato, and going all the way into a saute, going back to a spiccato, into a détaché, and back and forth, to migrate back and forth in those. And a demonstration of that I gave last week in, which etude number was it? It was towards the end of the first chapter. I think it was in the beginning of the book 2. Yes. We had discussed the different strokes that could be used in number 34, that we could easily practice this all on the string. Or spiccato. But we can also do combinations, and it makes it much more interesting. So I have I just posted tonight a video of one of my scholarship students at CSU playing a beautiful Summer from the Four Seasons. And I told her to let her fantasy free and record a version of this that we can post up here, where she should just do all kinds of different things and really have fun with it. Really just play around with it. And to improvise, and to see how good she can get at doing that without anything going wrong. To just do whatever she wants, and to feel free as a game. Then I told her that she could make some decisions about an interpretation. Once she has toyed around with it that way, and make some decisions about why to do what. I think I said in that previous video that when we get to B flat major, I find it darker, and when we get to G minor, even darker. So that same principle can be applied back here already in number 1, that you want to teach your students to be reactive and not necessarily play the whole thing exactly the same way after they've mastered just the basic strokes. But so I like to at least have them follow a line. I encourage all of you to not be afraid of toying around with etudes that you think are easier, because they'll put you in touch with any little thing that you do that isn't perfect, and it's good review. Thank you for joining me for this supplement to the first Wohlfahrt study. Stay tuned for number 2, 3, 4, and 5.